Hey everybody, welcome back to another reading of the no, of the Bible. Sorry, Sacred Sundays. After further review of the dates, I have to read chapter 38 of Genesis. And the reason why I'm reading 38 is because it would be 38 today if I started uh, July 2nd of last year. I started July 11th officially. Oops, come on. Um, but if I started July 3rd, yeah, July 3rd, I should be at chapter 38. Trying to read 38 for you guys as well. It came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adulamite, whose name was Hira. Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite whose name was Shua, and he took her and went into her. She conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Er. Was that the same as you are? Let me see, 38 1. Or what verse is that? Verse 3. Genesis 46. Oh, that's interesting. 46. Uh, we're not even in the 40s, but this is a cross reference here. 46, verse 12. Okay, so it's okay. Okay. She conceived again. Shua is conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan. She yet again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Shelah, and he was at Chezib when she bare him. Judah took a wife of his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. Judah said unto Onan, Go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. Onan knew that the seed should not be his, and it came to pass when he went in unto his brother's wife, that he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother, or for his brother. The thing which he did displeased the Lord, and wherefore he slew him, the second son Onan also. Then said Judah to Tamar his daughter-in-law, Remain a widow at thy father's house, till Shelah my son be grown. For he said, Lest peradventure he die also, as his brethren did. And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. In process of time, the daughter of Shua, Judah's wife, died, and Judah was comforted, and went up to his sheep shearers to Timnath, he and his friend Hira the Adulamite. It was told Tamar, saying, Behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Timnath, to shear his sheep. She put her widow's garments off from her, and covered her with a veil, and wrapped herself, and sat in an open place, which is by the way of Timnath. For she saw that Shelah was grown, and she was not given unto him to wife. When Judah saw her, he thought her to be a harlot, because she had covered her face. He turned unto her by the way, and said, Go to, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee. For he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law. And she said, What wilt thou give me, that thou mayest come in unto me? He said, I will send thee a kid from the flock. And she said, Wilt thou give me a pledge till thou send it? He said, What pledge shall I give thee? She said, Thy signet and thy bracelets, thy staff, that is in thine hand. And he gave it her, and came in unto her, and she conceived by him. She arose and went away, and laid by her veil from her, and put on the garments of her widowhood. Judah sent the kid by the hand of his friend Adullamite to receive his pledge from the woman's hand, but he found her not. Then asked the men of that place, saying, Where is the harlot that was openly by the wayside? They said, There was no harlot in this place. He returned to Judah and said, I cannot find her. And also the men of the place said that there was no harlot in this place. Judah said, Let her take it to her, lest we be ashamed. Behold, I sent this kid, and thou hast not found her. It came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar thy daughter-in-law hath played the harlot, and also behold, she is with child by whoredom. And Judah said, Bring her forth, and let her be burnt. When she was brought forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, By the man whose these are, am I with child? And she said, Discern, I pray thee, whose are these, the signet, the bracelets, and the staff? Judah acknowledged them and said, She hath been more righteous than I, because that I gave her not to Shelah, my son, and he knew her again no more. It came to pass in the time of her travail that, behold, twins were in her womb. It came to pass when she travailed that the one put out his hand, and the midwife took and bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, This came out first. It came to pass as he drew his hand that, behold, his brother came out, and he said, How hast thou broken forth? This breach be upon thee. Therefore his name was called Pharez. But I think it's Perez in another book. Verse 29. Verse 29. Where is it? Or maybe not. Maybe not. Pharez. And afterward came out his brother that had the scarlet thread upon his hand, and his name was Zara. So, and his name was Zara. So that is 38, chapter 38 of Genesis. Have a great night.